Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., all rights reserved.
You're listening to the man who's screaming from the rooftops for the big banks to help out America's small businesses, the Robin Hood of small business.
Now, don't be sore at the banks. Hell, we fired our CEO, and he barely got out with $50 million.
That poor man, is he okay?
Well, as okay as you can be in the north of France.
Jim Blasingame, the small business advocate.
Welcome back, 34 after the hour. Thank you very much for staying with me. Thanks for hanging out with me. My pleasure as always, and I'm very excited about having our good friend Leslie Grossman back on the show. Leslie is an entrepreneur. She has been for many years in her own career. She is now the co-founder of Women's Leadership Exchange, which is a very important organization helping women put their best foot forward in the marketplace. Now, for a long time, she's the author of more than one book, and she's our good friend. Leslie Grossman, welcome back to the show.
Well, good morning. I'm delighted to be here. How are you doing, Jim?
I'm doing great, Leslie. I'm better now. Thanks. Now that you're here, thanks for being part of our day. Leslie, one of the things that you want to talk about, and I'm glad you did, because this Saturday is a big day for small business, and we want to thank the American Express folks for doing a good job of helping to get this going. But tell us about what's going on this Saturday.
Well, I get excited every Thanksgiving because it's really the first time there's been a day that small business can call its own all over the country. And it's really to bring attention to the fact that we need to shop at small businesses because they create half the jobs in the private sector.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always about the big box stores, Black Friday, all that. But on Saturday, it's about buying from small businesses. And that's what we all need to get out there and do because it supports our community, it boosts the economy, it preserves our neighborhoods.
Well, and I'll tell you something, and folks, this is not a charity case.
No way.
The thing we're saying is give a small business a shot at your business for whatever it is that you need. Don't automatically assume that the big box is the place that you need to go. In fact, why would you want to go fight the crowds?
That's right, and it's cozy and it's warm and the service is incredible when you go shop with a small business. And these are people that you're going to see throughout the year. They're going to be there to take care of you.
Mm-hmm. And they're probably going to remember.
What people don't even realize, Jim, is that do you know that in the last 10 months, 93% of all the jobs that were created by small businesses?
Yeah. I know that. Yeah, and the thing is, and folks, this is not what Leslie just said is not some kind of a unique aberration that just happened. This has been going on now for a long time. The job creation thing for a long time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jim. Small business has been the driver of the economy for as long as I know. But the thing is that a lot of times we don't hear so much about what's going on in the small businesses because the big box stores are, broadcasting, Black Friday. Now it's starting on Thanksgiving in some stores, which is pretty scary. But we got to remember that the value that we get from small businesses, and look, there's value to be gotten there too in so many ways, and we need to support those retailers, those restaurants. That's where we need to be, especially on Saturday, so we can show how much we care.
Well, exactly, and there's so many other things to be derived from supporting a small business owner besides the what it means to the economy and all that kind of thing. Just think about your own dollars and cents, your own life, your own peace of mind. I mean, there's so many things that think about this, Leslie. If people would think about the small businesses that they do business with that they don't really have another choice in. For example, a dry cleaner.
Right.
The dry cleaner is a small business, local small business. The florist, more than likely, the local florist is a small business. So those are companies that you get great value from, and you don't really have other options. Well, for every other thing you need in your world, there's a small business for that too. And so why not give those people the same shot that you do the other small business owners that you absolutely depend upon? What do you think?
You are absolutely right. And, you know, all of us, look, we're all talking, your audience is primarily small business owners or people that are thinking about starting a business. And these days, I mean, everybody's thinking that way. And we need to support our own, for sure, and really try to get everybody else to do the same. On Thanksgiving Day, one of the toasts that should be made to small business and urging everybody in our families on Saturday, if no other day, and I hope it's other days too, but especially on Saturday, go out and do your shopping at those small businesses.
Absolutely. Leslie, give us your website, please.
Women'sLeadershipExchange.com.
Check it out. When you get a chance, quick break. Leslie Grossman and I will be right back. 20 till. I'm Jim Blasingame.
I chose to create. You don't know what you got until it's gone. And I found out a little too late.
Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., intended for the private use of our audience. Except as otherwise provided by copyright law, all other copying, redistribution, or publication without prior written consent is prohibited. All rights reserved.